Rock, Ahaya, Alam, Shalom, planet Earth. Welcome back to TRU-TALK. I'm gonna try to make this short and simple because uh, somebody asked, well, is it a sin? Well, crystals. And so I just want to clarify from my understanding what I believe about crystals. And because I think sometimes I may talk too much and it get in the way of what I'm actually saying, the objective. There's no commandment that says thou cannot wear crystals or stones. Um, Matter of fact, the Levi has stones or crystals, all different kinds, uh, on their uniform. And these crystals, they are very beautiful. Uh, I can see where the fascination may come in because they are beautiful. But the scripture warn us about witchcraft and tell us not to have no idols and not to worship stones and wood and things that don't profit. And that's what a lot of people do. They make idols out of these stones and put their trust in these stones, and instead of putting their trust in the Most High, where the real power and source come from. And yeah, so telling you not to wear crystals for its benefits, or not to wear stones or use stones for its benefit, would be for me to tell you not to eat fruits and vegetables for its benefits. Because like I explained in my first video, the only power that these crystals have, and that's another thing, people claiming these crystals got power, and they don't. The only power they have, if you want to call it that, is nutrients from the minerals that's in it, and the minerals and different ions and substance that come from the ground that these things are made of is beneficial to the body. Just like the food that we eat that come from the ground, got minerals and nutrients and different ions and things in it to benefit the body. These crystals are the same way. And can they help with healing? Absolutely. Just like food, certain foods you eat can help you heal better. They say if you eat a lot of protein, you're trying to heal a wound, uh, that'll help heal your wound. And just eating better in a good period help your body heals better. Do it change your mood uh, and your emotions? Absolutely. Uh, it's a known fact that they tell you if you eat better, you will have less mood swings, but your mood will be better, that you'll be more at peace. And you don't need to take no medicine for anxiety and all this. Just stop eating junk. Your body is your temple, as this holy text tell us that you gotta be careful. You gotta take care of your temple. If you put dirty, nasty stuff in your temple, then you're gonna reap dirty, nasty things. You know, a lot of people use the example of a car and gas. There's certain gas that you put in a car. If you put the wrong type of gas, then your car will uh, won't perform as it should. And it's the same thing with the body. If you don't give the body what it needs, and what it needs is fruits and vegetables and all the foods that come from the earth. That's what it needs. You can live without meat. You can live without it. You can live without cheese and all that stuff, but because we like it, it became a bad habit. And this bad habit that we put in our body daily, this meat that's full of oils, and especially the meats they have today that's uh, got GMO in it, and all these chemicals and these fake foods and these snacks and stuff that we eat that's not real food, it calls for the body to not perform right. And you'll be able, and it cause your body to be toxic, and you'll get depressed, and you'll have mood strains, and you won't have headaches, you won't be focused, you'll be down on energy, and you wonder why you'll feel that way. Uh, they even link food health to mental illness health. That if you don't eat right, it can lead to your mental condition, to you not thinking right. Uh, Along with the obvious, if you don't eat right, that you'll be out of shape, unhealthy, overweight, because of what you're doing to your temple, the poison. You're not taking care of what God gave you. You're supposed to keep your temple clean, and that's what that's why the Most High in the beginning, the very first diet He gave us, He said everything that come from the trees and got nuts and seeds in it should be your meat, should be your food. And that's the best way to go. And like I said in my other video, yeah, I eat meat every now and then, and sometimes I eat junk food, but I'm really trying to cut, I don't eat that stuff every day. It's not healthy for me. I know that. I'm trying to cut down on it completely. But yeah, and for those that think they don't worship these stones, you do. A lot of y'all remind me of Christians when you tell them, hey, y'all breaking the second commandment when the Most High said, don't make no graven image. And, they'll have this white, blue-eyed, blonde, supposed to be Christ, all around their church and homes. And they'll say, oh, no, 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 we're not breaking the King commandment, because we're not worshiping him. The scripture said don't worship the graven image. Yeah, but it says do not make, do not make a graven image. So you wasn't supposed to even make a graven image to worship. It said do not make any graven image. So first you wasn't even supposed to make a graven image, and then you wasn't supposed to worship it. And they said, yeah, well, we don't worship it. And actually you do, because but when you read along, uh, after he say that, after he give the commandments, he says that I spoke from heaven, and you see that you don't see nothing. So don't make nothing, no graven image of me or anything likeness to me or anything to be with me. But of course they make this image and say it's the Most High that came down in the flesh. And they do worship this image. It's over their homes, over their house. They bow down to it, they kiss it, but they'll tell you they don't worship it. Same things with people with stones. They put their trust in these stones, and they say, well, I don't put my trust in it, but you saying this stone is gonna protect you. You saying this stone is gonna bring you good luck and good fortune. That's putting your trust in a rock. And the same book y'all like to mark and say it's not true, it's speaking truth. And, it's talk about people that would mock the holy scriptures, and people that would put their trust in stones and rocks instead of the Most High. And that's exactly what y'all doing, putting your trust in stones and worshiping. And we already went over what an idol is. Idols is anything that being admired. A lot of y'all admire these stones. Anything that's you put your trust in, anything that you lift up. And like that's what these stones has become to people that say they don't worship, or they not putting their trust in a stone or a rock. And the truth is you are. So that's the balance. The balance is to know how to use these things according to what the Most High put them here for, because the Most High created everything. Satan has not created nothing. He only invent evil things and twist things and corrupt things. There's nothing wrong with walking barefooted on the ground, as they call it, earthing. We did that as kids anyway. Walk outside without no shoes. And the old folks used to say, hey, you gonna get rainworms walking out there barefooted. But none of this is nothing new or evil. It's just that people realize there's health benefits or benefit from being natural and living off the earth and living with the earth. But that don't mean you worship the earth. Yes, you're supposed to take care of the earth and respect the earth. You're supposed to respect God, creation, and His creatures. But you don't supposed to worship it and put it on a pedestal. And that's actually what one of the things witches do. And these new age believers, they actually worship earth and these stones, and just like the sun. We all know that the sun is beneficial to the human body. Matter of fact, when it's uh sad, come from season efficient syndrome. That's what the acronym of SAD means. Season official uh season sun deficiency. And it means when you don't get enough sunlight, you get sad. And it's a scientific fact, if you want to say, that when you're in the sun, uh got this little thing called joy rays, where it cheer you up and make you happy. It can benefit you in that way. But when you don't get enough sun, you become depressed and sad. And I say that's why a lot of grown people are depressed, and a lot of kids are not depressed and happy. Because when you're a kid, you be outside and you be playing in the sun all day long. And when you grown, you stop being in the sun so much, and you just go to work and come home, go to work and come home, and you be inside so much where you don't get the proper sunlight till you be depressed and sad. But nowadays kids don't even go outside like they should and play. But yes, sunlight is good. It's healthy to get out there and get you a tan. Let that sun darken you up a little bit. It's good for your especially Negroes with these melon, and you don't get sunburn. You built for to be able to be out in the sun and for the sun to kiss you and bless you. But they got these little things what they call sun gazing, where people just lay in the sun and stare up at the sun and gaze at the sun, you know, trying to, you know, and that's became another worship. Just because the sun benefits you and you should get out in the sun, don't mean you have to just lay out there and stare at the sun and thinking that's going, it became its own little deity, if you want to say, where you actually worship, where people actually worship in the sun. And that's what they did in Egypt with the false god Ra, because they knew its benefit. They knew without the sun nothing would grow and everything would die. And they equivalent that to the sun being their life source, and being what they consider the Almighty, the power source for what bring life, not thinking who put that sun up there to be able to sustain life. And they worship the creation instead of the creator. So yeah, do not worship these things. Do not think these things got some type of uh, special power or ability. Uh, the special power and ability it got the same special powers and ability that herbs got, that fruits and vegetables got. Uh, so yeah, have a balance. Be wise. Uh, know wearing stones is not a sin. You know, I don't have stones, but I'm thinking about getting me a couple stones because they are God creations and they are beneficial for the body. And I like the way they look. You know, I might get a gold chains, a gold watch, because like I said, my other video, wearing gold is also beneficial to the body. Uh, and it got to do with the minerals and nutrients and stuff that's in it uh, that come from the earth. That we come from the earth. So hope that clears it up. Stop worshiping these things. Stop putting these things on the pedestal. Stop going to these inventions. And be careful who you talk to and hook up to, because, like I said, these things are connected to a lot of witches and warlocks and people that don't believe in the Most High. And so when you around somebody that like to talk about stones and want to hook up with you, be very careful, because uh, you might not be dealing with somebody that believe with the Most High. Yeah, they can, a lot of things they can put spells on, a curse. The witches can use these stones. Like I say, the Most High created everything, but Satan, he corrupt things. And a lot of witches, what they do, they put spells on stones and they chant, and evil spirits get hooked to these stones and crystals. And now you're inviting unclean spirits and bad luck and demons in your house because what you are fascinated with stones, because you go into witches and warlocks gift shops and buying stones, not knowing where these stones come from, not knowing what chance and the evil spells they done put over these stones to hook you, to put evil spells on you, because that's their job, is to witches and warlocks job is to gain souls for Satan. So that's one aspect that I would tell people to be very cautious about, and that's why you should be cautious or even stay away from stones and people that deal with stones, because you find yourself uh, dealing with witches and warlocks and like to put spells on these stones, and evil spirits can be attached to these stones. So you definitely want to avoid that. Definitely want to pray over everything you got. Ask the Most High, should I bring this in my house? You know, that's with anything. You should pray over it, plead the blood of the Messiah, and ask the Most High, hey, should I bring this in my house? A lot of y'all having trouble and things right now because y'all got stones and pictures and things in y'all house that got unclean spirits attached to it. So yes, unclean spirits can be attached to anything. You know, the story about Snow White and the apple. You know, she ate the apple and what happened? So yes, people can poison your food and put spells on you through food. You know, so be careful what you eat or who house you eat at. So yes, that's possible. So just because people can put spells on you through food and poison you through food, do that mean you shouldn't eat food? No, that means you got to be careful and pray over your food and be wise with everything you do because we live in a wicked world. So hope that clear everything up, man. Be cautious. Don't deal with everybody that's dealing with stones, and be wise. Shalom.